All right, welcome. Today we're looking at a piece of hardware that does something, well, something pretty unusual. It actually learns new tricks. It's a tool that totally flips the script on the idea that what you buy is all you'll ever get.
So, if you work with radio frequencies, you know this problem all too well. The signals themselves are totally invisible, right? Which means the faults that can absolutely cripple a system's performance are invisible too. So the real question is, how in the world do you find and fix something you can't even see?
I mean, think about it. We rely on antennas and cables for pretty much everything these days. But when they have problems, there are no obvious clues. A tiny, unseen issue can kill performance, waste power, and just cause major headaches.
So to see this hidden life, you've got to measure it. We're talking about things like the standing wave ratio, or SWR. That's absolutely critical. A low SWR means your system is efficient. It's happy. A high one means, uh-oh, you've got a problem. For anyone from ham radio operators to commercial telecom pros, measuring this stuff is completely non-negotiable.
And that brings us to the tool we're actually looking at today. It's specifically designed to take all these invisible metrics and make them clear, accurate, and best of all, handheld. This little guy is the match analyzer. You can think of it as basically giving you X-ray vision for your entire RF setup. It's a powerful, portable tool that lets you rapidly check antennas, tune them up for peak performance, and hunt down any faults in your cables.
What's great is that the analyzer makes really complex data super simple. On the SWR chart, for example, what you're really hunting for is that big dip in the yellow line. That's the sweet spot, the exact frequency where your antenna is perfectly tuned and most efficient. And this device finds it in seconds. And for more complex setups, it gets even better. The multi-SWR mode is just perfect for multi-band antennas. Instead of having to test each band one by one, you get a simultaneous reading for 5 different frequencies. It saves a ton of time out in the field.
Okay, so it's a really capable analyzer right out of the box, no question. But honestly, that's not even the coolest part. The whole idea behind this device is that it's designed to grow with you. This is where things get really interesting. See, most hardware you buy is static. Its capabilities are just fixed from day one. The match is different. It's built on this amazing principle that its abilities can expand over time, and it's all unlocked through software. Get this. Every single match unit that rolls off the assembly line already has all the hardware for its most powerful features built right in. It's all in there from the start, just waiting for a key. You can start with the base functionality and then later unlock the advanced and RFE tiers. So what are you actually unlocking here? Well, the capabilities just explode. The max frequency jumps from 70 all the way up to 500 megahertz. You unlock powerful pro tools like the Smith chart. And with that RFE license, you get time domain reflectometry, an incredible feature for pinpointing the exact location of cable faults. Okay, so how does this actually work? How do you teach this little box new tricks? Well, the process is surprisingly simple. Believe it or not, it's just 4 steps. You buy a lessons key, you connect the device to your computer, open up the free software, and type in the key. That's it. The software sends the unlocking command, and boom, the hardware's hidden abilities are instantly activated. And look, this is about way more than just cranking up the frequency numbers. This is about unlocking completely new diagnostic modes, new ways of seeing into your RF systems. And one of the most powerful is something called TDR. Right, so this feature is called time domain reflectometry, or TDR. Basically, it's a brilliant way to find any kind of problem or weirdness in a transmission line. The principle is pretty simple. You send a little signal down the cable, and then you just listen for the echo. It really is a lot like sonar. TDR sends out a quick pulse, and when that pulse hits a fault, like a break, a short, a bad connection, a piece of that signal reflects back. By measuring the tiny amount of time it takes for that echo to return, the device can calculate the exact distance to the problem. It's amazing. And here's the really mind-blowing part. The shape of that reflected pulse tells you the nature of the fault. A sharp upward step could mean an open circuit. A downward step, probably a short. This chart is like a detailed crime scene report for your cable, telling you exactly what happened and exactly where. The RFE upgrade also unlocks other pro-level tools, like this, the Smith chart. Now, I know it can look a little intimidating at first, but it is an incredibly powerful graphical calculator for radio engineers. It makes the super complex task of impedance matching so much more intuitive. This is a tool you just do not find on entry-level gear.
So you might be wondering, why are we spending this whole explainer on just one tool? Well, it's because it represents a much, much bigger idea in technology today. And this all points to the real takeaway: the power of what's called software-defined hardware. It means you can invest in a quality piece of equipment for what you need right now, knowing that as your skills and needs grow, the tool can literally evolve right alongside you without ever needing to be replaced. You know, the manufacturer themselves said it perfectly in the manual. The goal is to be future-proof. It's an approach that really respects your investment and gives you a clear path for growth. It's an adaptable tool for an adaptable professional. And that really leaves us with a fascinating question, doesn't it? As more and more of our hardware becomes defined by software, the possibilities are just endless. So, what new capabilities would you want to unlock in the tools you use every day? Thanks for hanging out with us for this explainer.